Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires and part 32 of my Wurrzag campaign, where Skarsnik is launching a tricky and quite dangerous assault against the occupying Skaven forces at Karak, Azgal, that's one of that. It doesn't matter anyway. The point is, it's got a gold point. I need it. So, goblins v storm vermin. Now, I probably don't need to tell you this, but that matchup is not the best. Let's put it that way. Goblins are not really frontline fighters. We've been jumped by some clan rats. Fortunately, we've got some squigs coming in to lend some assistance. There we go. That's going to be fine. Now, against clan rats, goblins can face them pretty well, and with the help of fanatics, we can knock out storm vermin. However, these guys have warp lightning cannons. They've also got deathglow bombardiers. Now, trying to fight up onto a wall with goblins is fraught with, I was going to say danger, but more like a lot of dead fucking goblins. So you really have to, be sneaky about this. So now this map is a weird one, and I always think this because you've got this strange sort of L sort of shaped wall here, which isn't actually a wall. This is not any way you can put units. You've got this strange sort of corner here where the AI does delight on putting its units facing this way, and then you can just fill them full of arrows. Now, normally I would be less than sort of happy about doing this, but I'm goblins facing storm vermin, so I'm going to take every fucking advantage I can get. I'm going to have to. Talking of that, bad moon'em. There we go, good. Nice little bad moon there, doing some damage and raining arrows down on the death runners. Very, very good. Looks like we're gonna. Oh, you're gonna come on, little further, little closer. Come on, slow down, you dick. There we go. We got them. We're doing some damage. That's pretty good. If only we'd done like a. That's it. Yes. No. If only it lasted a little bit longer, that would have been amazing. Oh, never mind. I got very excited about that. I apologise. I'm not usually that emotive. The Wurrzag spider has kicked down the gates. Yeah, good. Now, what we want to do is we want to bring our goblins around, and we want to try and get these storm vermin all mobbed up in the centre, and then we want to throw fanatics at them until they're all dead. That's the key. Meanwhile, they're still spawning yet more friggin' clan rats on us, but I'm just gonna ignore them, to be honest. Yeah, fine, whatever. Oh, you're going. Oh no, you're going after gore buds. Now, a nice little thing here is there's actually a hole in the wall. I didn't do this. This was here already, so not my fault. But I'm going to utilise it. I'm going to send my fast-moving units into the city because all the storm vermin are over this side, and then we're going to try and knock out the warp lightning cannons and the deathglow bombardiers. It's quite a tall ask for goblins, but we're going to try it. A lovely little curse of bad moon there, going to do a lot of damage. Gorebuds getting 34 kills. Warp lightning cannons able to spot us from here. I could have scooched my units in a little bit. The Wurrzag spider coming in, as you can see, all of the storm vermin then leap at me. And we're going to get lots of warp lightning coming in, but here come the goblins and here come the fanatics. Some lovely damage coming out there. Look at that. That's good. And now, ideally, what I should have done is probably pulled these goblins out and then started, like, cycling the goblins. Bring goblins in, throw fanatics, retreat goblins. Don't leave them in the fight. That's silly. Why did I leave them in the fight? I was being lazy, basically. I was drinking a cup of tea while fighting this battle, and I couldn't be asked to do the micro. Some may say that is a poor showing, but they're goblins, so, eh. More fanatics doing some great... Look at this. The storm vermin taking a horrendous punishment outside the gatehouse. Lots of damage here. Lots of these units taking massive casualties. Lots of dead storm vermin littering the ground. Totally murdered by fanatics, which is pretty good. Our fast-moving units are now inside the city. Now, the problem is that if we come this way, we're going to have to fight storm vermin with halberds. Don't like that idea. If we come this way, we'll have to face a deluge of warp lightning cannon blasts. Basically, there's no good answer to that, so we're just gonna take it. Storm Vermin littering the ground here, which is pretty good. I really need to deal with their Warlock Master, who has racked up so many kills with that Warp Lightning. Warp Lightning is such a cheap spell and so effective. Probably one of the earliest good Skaven things you can get. Was that a sentence? What I mean is that it's generally very hard for your Skaven to do anything early game, because Skaven, clan rats, complete and utter shit. I'll level with you, complete garbage. So if you have Warp Lightning, then you can actually like do some damage to the enemy units, where your clan rats will... I'll be honest, if your clan rats manage to do double figure casualties during a battle, then they're literally the elite of the elite. Fast moving units come crashing into the Warp Lightning cannons, and we're starting to deal with them, taking some damage, and there are Storm Vermin on the way. We need to knock out these Deathglow Bombardiers as well, because if a unit of Deathglow Bombardiers gets up on the walls like this, and we try to bring our goblins in, basically that's going to be a lot of dead fucking goblins. Our squigs are slowly dealing with the Deathglow Bombardiers, but Deathglow Bombardiers have a lot of armour, and they are quite tanky. So we're going to have to get away from the Storm Vermin, because those Storm Vermin will tear us limb from limb. The Moon Howlers have done fairly good work. We've managed to knock out most of the Warp Lightning cannons, so at least we silenced them for the moment. And we're now sending goblins up to climb up the walls, because basically this is do or die. We're going to take out all of the units up on the walls, or we lose this battle. At least if we lose this battle, we would have taken a shit ton of Skaven with us. So we're trying to deal with the enemy general. He is actually running away, I think. Is he? Where is he? Is he there? Or has he run away? Where has he gone? He's up here. He's around here somewhere. Uh-oh. So these Deathglow Bombardiers up on the wall. This is bad news. If they start raining Death Globes down on us, that is going to be basically us a lot of... I mean, he can probably wipe out a unit of goblins every couple of volleys. So that would be less than ideal. But our goblins are now in position, and we can surround the Storm Vermin, and backed up by Queenie, who has... She's done a lot of damage. She's taken a lot of damage, though. Our goblins over here actually doing okay against the Storm Vermin at the moment. We've got some squigs running around. There's Dirkit's squigs knocking out some clan rat spears. They knocked out the Jezzails as well. That's pretty good. The squigs helping us deal with the Deathglow Bombardiers, which is excellent. We've still got Storm Vermin over here. 120 of the buggers. We need to deal with those, and ideally... with Fanatics. Our fast-moving units have been wiped out in the centre. They've managed to retain a couple of Warp Lightning cannons, but we've managed to deal with the rest, so I'm okay with that. Here come the Storm Vermin. Out come the Fanatics. Unfortunately, the Storm Vermin kind of give them the slip, which is not what I wanted. I wanted them to round the corner into us. Instead, they kind of like go after the squigs, which is not what I wanted. Then they turn around and come back. Dicks. So the Spider Hatchling is going to lock them into combat. There we go. That's it. And then the Squig's going to hit them in the rear. Get them, boys. That's the stuff. And then in comes the rest of our goblins and Queenie. Good stuff. The enemy general is actually chasing our shaman, the poor shaman. But fortunately, Skarsnik's here to lend assistance. Get him, Skarsnik. Gobbler, eat the... Go on. I'm so sick of this guy. Eat his face. Get him. What are you doing? Get him. Get him. He's running away. He's going to get away. Okay, he's actually a lot faster than Skarsnik. Never mind. He's pretty much gone. Ideally, we'd kill him, because that would then mean that the entire enemy army would probably rout. So, goblins taking a lot of damage. We've got the Deathglow Bombardiers up here locked into combat. I'm fine with that. The Storm Vermin down here actually oh, no, they're winning, but I think they're winning in such a way as that they're actually slowly losing. Or maybe the goblins are. Who knows? And we've got more goblins up on the wall to help out, though. So, our squigs have gone out of control. It's one of the problems with squigs. And they're getting murdered by halberdiers. Never mind, because we've still got some goblin units. Goblins with fanatics. I mean, there's only 18 goblins here, but there's enough goblins to launch fanatics at the Storm Vermin. So that's what we're going to do there. A little Curse to Bad Moon, trying to break the Storm Vermin once and for all, because the unit's actually quite big. I'm a little bit concerned they might come back to the battle. Goblins advancing towards the Storm Vermin. This is fine, because we've got the Fanatics. Fanatics going to cause so much damage to these guys. Out come the Fanatics, and they despawn. Fanatics all despawned. Don't know fucking why. I think it was something to do with the hill. So, great. Brilliant. Well, I guess we're just going to have to kill them the old-fashioned way with units rather than fanatics. The enemy general's actually shattered. Is he? Yes, he's shattered, which means enemy morale is starting to suffer. We just need to break the last few units, and we should see morale start to drop across the army. A lot of these units now very, very low on morale. I don't really want to charge Deathglow Bombardiers because I know it's just going to cause me a lot of pain. So we need to knock out these storm vermin. Right, these storm vermin are starting to rout. They're all starting to rout. There we go. We've managed to break them via army losses, which means we're not going to have to fight the Deathglow Bombardiers. Thank God for that. That was brutal. That was hard. That was a wee bit brutal, but, you know, we won it, so that's good.
Take steel, curse you thing.
So I guess we'll take the city, although they have, in true Skaven fashion, completely leveled the fucking place, so that's less than ideal. We'll have to upgrade it again. We're also chasing down Belegar, but Belegar is running out of places to hide, and we have completely blunted the Skaven advance and the Empire advance, and the dwarves are currently busy doing other things. So, for the moment, we've got a little bit of a respite, although at the same time, we're hemorrhaging money, so we're going to be bankrupt in 3 turns. But, you know, what you going to do? So, let's send our lads northwards. I mean, we might be able to get some money from here. I think what we need to do is we need to hit Lemire. If we can take Lemire and Khemri, then we just need one more settlement to win the campaign. Obviously, we also need to do some raiding. I mean, it feels pretty close. I mean, knowing my luck, Archaon will spawn, and then I'll have to, like, hold on while the Goody Two-Shoe races defeat Chaos. Although, to be honest, I'm not overly bothered. I don't think that Archaon is going to have much luck, to be honest. I think considering that it's a massive love-in, okay, the vampires are still there for some reason, but in every other respect, it looks like the Norska is getting its ass kicked. Kislev has taken out the Norskans over here. Prague has fallen for some reason. To who? Beastmen. Okay, fair enough. So, I mean, it feels like as soon as... I mean, this does tend to happen now. Archaon spawns, gets the shit kicked out of him. I feel like... And this could just be me. So, you know, I'm going to withhold judgment. But it does kind of feel like the Empire and Dwarves got a bit of a buff in the last... Oh, Skarsnik, you got a skill point in the last patch, and now they just kind of run away with it a bit. To big lads, well, we do have the Arachnarok Spider, don't we? We do have the Arachnarok Spider. Our boys, our little goblos, they're not exactly gold chevron ranked. I mean, they're kind of getting there, but they're not gold chevron ranks, so there's no point rushing. I mean, I think Skarsnik can always lightning strike, so it's not as big. I mean, more campaign movement range is always nice. So the problem is I mean, ambusher. That's just Vanguard deployment, isn't it? Ambush success chance might be quite nice. So, you know what? Let's get Ravager, because I feel like maybe getting some more ambush. Because I mean, in an ambush, Skarsnik, just those fanatics can just wreck an entire army fairly quickly. But in a stand-up fight, which is not what you don't. Basically, you don't want Skarsnik to have to fight a fair fight. You want him to fight an unfair fight, which is where he does better. So ultimately you're playing to your strengths, which is ambushes, all that kind of good stuff. So I feel like getting more ambush success chance is pretty useful for Skarsnik. So let's push Queek back. Oh, Queek is also at war with Tic-Tac-Toe now, which means Tic-Tac-Toe might leave me alone. So we can maybe retake Khemri. We can take Lemire. Just need one more at that point. Hopefully. we're kind of doing it. We're kind of doing it, and I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to say that because you just never know, sort of where, like, how that's going to work out.
Welcome news.
Hey, Orion. Ended your non-aggression pact. Well, it's not the worst. Also, it looks like you're kind of making inroads against the Empire there. And you are liking me more. You just don't like my treaties with the Pirates of Sartosa. Or the Beastmen, to be fair. Well, to be honest, I'm surprised the Beastmen are still alive. I suspect they may end up dead very soon. So that should be fine. But to be honest, I don't need a military alliance with Orion, although one might be useful. But I kind of want to keep it with Sartosa, because as long as we have Sartosa, then Sartosa kind of like... Although, on the other hand... Are we about to lose Sartosa as well? Fuck! Fuck! Oh, fuck! Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is all fine. Fine, fine, fine. Right. Belegar, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth.
Wurrzag.
Okay. I wonder if we can maybe peace out with Queek. Because, I mean, we have beaten up quite considerably.
More heads can bow
No.
too quick. Make mask of fear, yes, yes.
No. Although they might be. I mean, how strong's tic-tac-toe? Do we know? Right, Lizardmen. The strength rank 10, so they're actually stronger than Queek, which means they might be pushing Queek, and that might be causing him some major issues. Which bop. Let's sack because I need the money. And then we'll occupy because I want the settlement. Right, okay. Back on track.
Skarsnik, Warlord of 8 Peaks.
Skarsnik, you're going to be healed up. Well, might be take a sec. Okay. Oh, actually, let me think about this. Do we have Squig Hoppers take 2 turns? I mean, that's probably worth it, isn't it?
Who needs killing?
Let's get some more Squig Hoppers, because Squig Hoppers are pretty fucking legit. Nagbad needs to die. I'll worry about that in a minute. There is... Oh, Thorgrim's back. Thank goodness. I was worried that he wouldn't rock up and cause me considerable anguish yet again. But no, he's turned up and he's here to piss me off. Thank fuck for that. I'm kind of tempted to wipe out the Doomseekers, just because all the neutral armies seem to hate my guts.
You have seconds to live, Orc.
See?
Speak quickly.
See? What did I tell you? See? Doesn't like me. Does not like me. I'll probably be spotted, but I'm going to fucking lay an ambush. Stay that one. I mean, we're getting raided here. I mean,
Very well.
what's that about? What's that about? What are you doing? What is all that shenanigans about? I bet the High Elves are going to declare, oh, hell, bloody hell.
You are either very brave or very foolish.
I mean, kind of a bit of both, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, you don't like the Empire. Fab.
No.
Your strength rank 2. Oh, you've only got... I thought maybe you had like the whole of Ulthuan under your control, but you don't. You just got that. But to be honest, that is fine. Shit, we may be... Right. If we can, like, smack up the Empire a bit more, we might be able to get a Confederation... not Confederation. Might be able to get a military alliance with them.
What you want?
That could happen. Let's try and block Belegar. Good, we managed to block him. That means he can't move very far. That's a win. That's a win. Yes, I don't even know where you're kind of going. I'm just sort of meandering you around the world without really any... I should really probably bring you back, because I don't really need you. Who's laying siege to Ackendorf? I mean, I guess everyone's at war with these guys, so at least they're slowing them down for me. Could be worse. Oh, research. Longer chains. Yes. More fucking goddamn son of a gun stuff. And where's it? No, we need to save the monies. Crooked Fang Fort is probably fairly safe now, so you can probably upgrade that. Valea's Sorrow is going to have defenses in 1 turn, assuming. I mean that's probably fine. We can probably easily smash them. Mount Squighorn again. Money. Okay, have to be a little bit careful, but we can beat up Belegar next turn, I suspect. Guess you're going to be immortal. So we're going to bring you back down because, frankly, I think I was looking for the Red Eye and then I found them quite early on and then I kind of forgot about you and you just kind of wandered northward. Didn't tell you to come home, just let you wander around. But that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully the War can deal with that. Personally, I don't really want Dock Corrals. I'd be more happy than just raising it. To be honest, that I'd be a-okay with that. And hopefully we can retake Khemri. Obviously, we need now we've only got 4 victory condition cities because we've lost Sartosa, which is a bit of a bugger. And there's also more Skaven. Good. Good. Grand. Lovely. Lovely. Good stuff. Yeah, well, that was gonna happen, wasn't it? And I'm just gonna accept that. We're gonna lose that settlement at some point. Never mind, not the end of the world. And every fucking time. Okay, what have they got? Iron Breakers. They've only got one artillery. It is the Goblobber, but that's okay. Got a lot of Longbeards. That's these giant. I really hate the Giant Slayers, and we need to kill Thorgrim as well. But they don't really have much in the way of missile units, so let's kill Thorgrim again. They're throwing goblins at us, the bastards. We've got enough goblins, we don't need more. So once again, we're doing some sneaky tricks. So our command group in front of the archers, Night Goblin archers there, are Black Orcs hidden in the trees over on the right flank. We've got the Death Creepers over, just like coming around behind the enemy army to take out the Goblobber, and then our Ball Boys hidden in the trees over here. We've also got the Chariots coming wide over on the left flank, and as you can see, that's actually drawing the Iron Breakers away, which is really, really useful. I've actually found that magical attacks, although the Giant Slayers are immune to magic, or well, not immune, but resistant, it does actually do a lot of damage because they don't have any armor. So I'm kind of like, let's hit them with magic because it does stuff. I mean, you know what? That's okay. I'm okay spending a bit of magic to kill those guys. Death Creepers coming around behind, enemy army sort of milling about. They're not quite sure what they're supposed to be doing. They can see Grimgor on that lot, but otherwise, I think they're just about to spot the Black Orcs. That Curse of Bad Moon, not very good, to be honest. That goes off in the wrong direction. Our command group moving back a little bit, and the Chariots here, they spot the Iron Breakers and then decide not to engage them, because why would we? So meanwhile, Ball Boys coming through the forest. Our Black Orcs have now been spotted. But it's a bit late for the enemy army because now they've got massive Black Orcs coming down on their flank. And our archers can concentrate fire on the Giant Slayers, which the Goblins are doing. We're going to send Grimgor and Borgar in to engage them, to pin them in place. And that means we can then just open fire on them, pick them off. This is key. Take out the Giant Slayers with arrows. That way, they die. Oh, that feels good. Ball Boys now coming in behind, taking out the enemy ranged units. We've got a unit of Longbeards approaching the Night Goblins. So the Night Goblins do what Night Goblins do, and they throw deranged goblins armed with chains and balls at them, and that is going to do a lot of chuffing damage. Yeah, I mean, that basically annihilated that unit. The giant slayers on that flank are dead. The chariots have come back to fight. Boar Boy's overrunning the ranged units. Basically, the dwarf army's in a lot of trouble. The Black Orcs doing some fantastic work taking down these dwarves. Now, Grimgor is coming over to deal with Thorgrim. Thorgrim is currently engaged with the Immortulz. The Immortulz are actually pretty tanky themselves, so they're actually doing quite well against Thorgrim. But once Grimgor arrives, of course, the tables are going to turn very, very quickly against Thorgrim. Some Orc Boar Boys have arrived to back up our units, and you can see most of the enemy missile units now running for their lives. Grimgor getting stuck in against Thorgrim, and every time he hits, we've also cast Sneaky Stabbing on him. So he's going to do a lot of damage. He's now got 164 attack. I mean, Thorgrim surrounded. He's getting, I mean, he's got a lot of armor, but Grimgor has a lot of armor piercing. And we're just taking chunks out of him now. And to be honest, most of his army is gone anyway. The Ironbreakers have finally come back to fight, but just in time to watch all of their brothers die against a horde of Greenskins. And then they get rock slobbed at them, which I'm going to be honest, does horrendous fucking damage to them. That angle just scythed through their ranks and did so much damage. So much, in fact, that the Ironbreakers, normally the most stoic of the dwarves, immediately breaks and runs along with the rest of their army. You're telling me? Jesus, that was horrendous. I mean, for the dwarves. More battles like that, and I would have won this campaign by now. I kind of want the money, but I mean, Wurrzag might be able to get another war, so let's take that. So we crushed that army, absolutely fucking annihilated it. I mean, that was good stuff. Also, finding Malekith this early is good news. So while there certainly are still challenges, and also we lost Sartosa, but despite that, I'm feeling a little bit more sort of like whenever I say I find I'm feeling a bit more under control, everything goes to shit. So I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to tempt fate this time. Not going to jinx it. I'm just going to go, this is not the worst thing that's ever happened. Right. Just need to hit right, you've... Okay, gits... No, I need obedience. Get out of here, you dicks. Right. So I've got you down here.
No, I blame you.
That is not a particularly nasty army to deal with. So, wait, what was that? A critical failure? Okay, good.
Now's the time.
Okay, can we block you just so you can't skedaddle? Mr. Nailbrain, let's... Brain Burster, Gaze of Mork... okay, let's go Fist of Gork. Right, so we're going to hit that right. Once we need to kill Belegar, then jump over and save Karak 8 Peaks, so that's what we're doing over there. We've taken Grunty Mingle. We need to race back to Galbaraz to secure that.
Stop that!
That Y is fucking dead. Grimgor has got yet another skill points. What a legend. Go stand your ground. We've got Ardlads. We don't really... I mean... Nah, not really. Don't really have trolls. Goblin Rock Club. I do quite like my Goblin Rock Club, but do I? I mean, alright. Alright. I mean, you know, our Rock Club, Jesus Christ, 835 missile damage. What the tits? God, those things hit like a ton of rocks. Like a ton of bricks. Like a ton of, well, literally a ton of rocks, because that tends to be what they chuck at people. Right. Let's
fight.
Murder these dickheads. We'll sack that and basically cause them some upsets and give us some money. Just gonna keep beating them up whenever they pop their little heads up. That's what we need to do. So let's get Ravager. I can actually do some maybe raiding over here as well. Just to, I mean, I need to knock out the Scabby Eye.
So talk, but remember who the real boss is.
How are you friends with the fucking because you hate me, that's why. Right. God, son of a bitch. Guys. Okay, we'll get those. Moving down there, that's all fine. Right, so...
I'll crush them all.
Let's take out Belegar. Ooh. Well, he needs to die. The Dwarf army has a lot of artillery, and we've been chasing Belegar for quite a while now. But fortunately, they've kind of like positioned themselves in this weird formation, and it's taken them a while to reform their lines. Plus, our boar boys are using this little indentation in the landscape to actually approach the enemy army without getting blasted with cannonballs, which is quite nice. We've also got the Warlord's boys coming in from behind because they're currently in stalk mode. They can't be seen. And they're going to come up behind the enemy army and try and knock out some of these cannons while the infantry engages the front line. Little fireball there, which does pretty good, actually, I think. How many kills did that get? Did it get any kills? Did it get some? Where is our castle? There it is. 15 kills. Okay, that's not bad. Concentrate arrow fire on the gyrocopters. In go our savage orcs, slamming in against the giant slayers. There's Belegar. We need Grokka to go in and deal with him. We've got units flanking around on the left and the right. Basically, we outnumber the enemy. So we can flank around and do a lot of damage. Little wind blast there from Grokka and then an headbutt. Boar boys coming in. And they spotted the Warlord's boys, but a little bit too late because there's no one left to defend their artillery. In comes the River Trolls, pinning the dwarves in place, and the boar boys now have free reign just to run everyone down. There's literally nothing to stop them. However, Grokka v Belegar, I'm going to be honest, I thought Grokka would be doing better than this. Belegar's kicking the shit out of him. I think the problem is that Grokka has no armour. He also doesn't have much melee defence, which means Belegar's going to hit every single time. Even though when Grokka hits, he's going to do a shit ton of damage, but Belegar's just going to be able to hit him more often, and does, in fact, sends Grokka legging it in 3 hits. Armour is so important in Total War Warhammer. It really is. Armour and melee defence, pretty key. However, although Belegar managed to defeat Grokka, the rest of his army is getting completely and utterly annihilated. There's just greenskins everywhere, and the dwarves slowly being run down, turned into little pockets of stunty beards, and Belegar realising that the day is lost, makes a run for it. But of course, he ain't going nowhere. Well, fast anyway, because he's got short little legs. And obviously we've got, you know, a lot of boar boys. Poor Grokka. If only he could learn that sometimes, you know, putting some clothes on isn't the worst thing. Okay, so that is that dwarf army splatted. King Hammer. Okay, that's sort of good. Right, if we go here, we should be able to underway over and sort that out next turn. We're going to go down and grab Khemri after this. I need Grimgor to go and sort that out. Hopefully, that's a bit of a scary army. Hopefully that Grimgor can hold off the dwarves. Basically, I could do with about 2 more armies, ideally. Maybe if Skarsnik can hold against Queek, maybe we can send Grokka up to deal with the Scabby Eye. This is kind of why I probably should have like not taken Dot Karaz, because I couldn't hold on to it. And if you can't hold on to it, there's no point taking a settlement. It doesn't do you any benefit, and to be honest, what happens is it tends to rebel, and then you end up with another enemy faction right on your doorstep. So, definitely shouldn't have taken that, basically. Definitely shouldn't have taken that. Never mind. Never mind. More than the end of the world. Okay, let's get some more money defense for Wallcracker. That's all good. Right, we've got Queek to knock. Now, Queek's army isn't actually that scary. I mean, Death Runners are a little bit mean, but you know, they're quite squishy. The Warp Lightning Cannon's a little bit scary. Most of this is Clan Rats. To be honest, our Goblins should be actually able to deal with Clan Rats, weirdly enough. I mean, look at these boys, like 49-34.
Quick says no.
Yeah, we can beat up. We can beat up Clan Rats. So that should be fine. Plus we've got Fanatics. So, you know, that should be a-okay. If we can get the Squig Hoppers, then we'll be fine. I'm just a little bit... We might not be able to get them. I mean, if we can get these guys... If we can get Queek in an ambush, that would be grand. But the only problem is Queek, of course, can ambush on the attack. And he might just be able to ambush us just out of the blue. If he spots us, then he can ambush us. Losing Sartosa is a bit of a problem. However, that...
Speak slowly. Your drivel is incomprehensible.
We might...
Absurd.
We still can't get a military alliance, so I don't think we can get a military alliance with the...
Words have great power. The power over life and death, for example.
That is a good example. Norska, apparently, you don't like the fact I've got treaties with them. Well, tell you what, Malekith, just because it's you...
Let's fuck. You come to talk or fight?
Neither.
Greenskins enjoy fighting.
Oh, we need three more turns, then we'll cancel our military alliance with you, because to be honest... You're getting your ass kicked. There's no... We can't send you help. You can't send us help. There's little point actually having that military alliance. So we will drop you like it's hot, I think, is what we're going to do. We do have some corruption here, don't we? Which is why we've had a rebellion. It's not much corruption. Let's get a boss tent, and then at least we can try and fend off any of the bad things. That's okay, fine. Right, so knock out that rebellion, deal with Queek, deal with the Scabby Eye, get a military alliance with Malekith, which I'm going to be honest shouldn't be too difficult considering he hates the Empire, and so I mean we're killing a lot of Empire, and that should cheer him up no end, which is good. In fact, we can help it. We can cheer him up even more by trying to stab Carol over here. We failed, but I feel like, you know, with Malekith, it's very much the thought that counts. Dragonhorn Mines, you need defences. Stone Mine Tower, you need money. Money. Anything that's going to give us a little bit more money is pretty much a-okay. Fine. Income is stable-ish. That army should be fairly easy to defeat. So we can go and bop that. Queek's army is a little bit scary, but we should be able to bop that. And we're going to go down and retake Argol Migdal, and then hopefully retake Kemri. They don't currently have a big garrison there, so as long as they don't have an army there, we should be okay. Tell you what I would like is maybe like a goblin. Oh, no, we do have a... Do we have a goblin? No, we're heading in that direction, aren't you? Okay, let's get you. Bragger. Something like that is fine. Basically just to act as a scout for us, because I want to know what we're running into. I don't want to run into any hordes of bloody Empire troops if we can help it. Okay, so there we go. That's where we are so far. Not too bad, you know, generally stable-ish, but we're on the advance. We're pushing back, and that's pretty good. And I feel like there is, you know, a way we can possibly win this campaign. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of the Wurrzag Campaign.